What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Shake, give me your friend. Hey, come on, hey, come on, come on, shake, come on, shake, come on, give me your friend. Hey, come on, big girls like Doodle Brown, fat girls like Doodle Brown. Fat girls, let me see you grind. Fat girls just doing their own thing right there with the fat thing. Fat girls just shaking them thighs. Fat girls don't make it count right.
Excuse me.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash?
But like fat girl, hit the ground, hit it up, and you hear the sound. Fat girl just looking so sweet. Fat girl don't make it deep. Fat girl just shake it, don't break. Big girl, let me see you do a spin. Let go, let me see you touch the ground. Shake it up, shake it up, back down. Drop me and then the house. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 big girls like you around. Fat girl keep going, don't quit. Fat girl just move the damn hip. Fat girl get down, don't stop. Fat girl wanna see the pop. Shake it stuff, fat girl, take it fast. Fat girl nigga wanna see that. Fat girl bounce like a pro. Fat girl go what you know. Fat girl shake, till you rip through what? On the web, that's hard part blue. Looks in the house, y'all know the game. Fat girl don't have no shit. Shake that back, back to the beat. Fat girl shake it, jiggle like me. St. Louis, back to the top. Like I like to do the rap. Work it, work it, work it, big girl, 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 like you around. Hey, hey, more hey. Let me hear you say, hey, hey, more hey. Big girls like Doodle Brown. Shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, shake, work, shake, work, shake, work, shake. Up and down, to the ground, to the ground, to the ground.
Now sick of this. Now I want to show y'all a real show with the big girls.
Oh, fat girl, brought 3. Can't hang with 106 beat. Fat girl, know the happen, no quit. Fat girl, run like you own it. Put your hands on your hips and grip it. That new, I'm loose like it off the net. Fat girl, bring the crew to top the climb. If not, I'ma pull the business down. Fat girl, bounce hot and stop tripping. If you do, get chicken and hot bitch. With a lot of rock, come to night speed. I really shit, get the dead in the well cheese. But fat girl, show the boy a shot. Let me see if the fat or not. Don't put fat girl, y'all like the down. Let you out, let me see y'all do the rap.
I'm sick of it. Where you are, not ever. Oh, not oh, Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your wings are so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass.
You done suck all the fat off your ass. How y'all doing? What you doing and how you doing and how you doing it? How you doing it? I see y'all up in here already. I see y'all here. You know, I figured I'd come on. I wasn't doing nothing. You know, there's some things I want to talk about. You know, when you have your own little set right here like this here, and I got all this stuff going on in the background. You know, I love my new little set. So I just say, fuck it. I just go to the set in the crib and just fire up. You know, just turn on the thing and just talk some shit to y'all. I ain't got to be bothering with nobody. And get it in and get it over with and all that. But right now, I want to know where y'all from. Where y'all from up in here? I need to know where y'all from. Where's everybody from? What part of the country you? I just need to know that we're dealing with an international audience here. United States audience, an audience of people from all over the country. I just need to know that because that's what we do right here on the Uncle Luke Show. You know, I got to get my man Streeter back in the fold, but he keep doing the nasty work because Streeter stays over there hanging out at the University of Miami, and he can't for some reason get his ass on time to do the nasty work. But okay, Houston, look at that beautiful lady there. See, I got beautiful women up in here. Beautiful women. Look at that, Mississippi, another beautiful lady. Man, come on, man. Maryland, look at that Glow up in the place. How you doing, Glow? Glow is a girl I be hanging out with, Glow. Me and Glow hangs out on TikTok. You know, so, you know, people think me and Glow dating and shit. They be like, hold on, you and Glow, because, you know, they have a thing on TikTok. And y'all got to excuse me throughout the broadcast because I'm still battling a little flu here, you know. Throughout TikTok, we have a live, and Glow is like the co-monitor lady. She's the censor, and Glow then gets rid of people. Glow gets rid of the people, you know, as they get a little out of hand and beside themselves, as we would say. When they get a little beside themselves, Glow then has a tendency of sending them packing into the goulash. Shouts out to San Antonio. I see y'all up in here. Alabama, you up in here, Mississippi in the building. Man, gotta love it. You gotta love it. We got people from all over the country. People from all over the country up in here. And that's a beautiful thing. That's why I like doing this show, because the topics that we talk about on here are topics that everybody can relate to all over the country. I mean, though there are a wide range of topics, but then it'd be a little off the cuff because it's different. The way I give a different little take on it. You know, not necessarily meaning that you have to agree with my opinion. It's only my little opinion of certain situations and certain things. You feel me? And so at the end of the day, you know, what I do is I just try and have dialogue with people, just give them a little different perspective. You know, like for instance, on here the other day, I talked about the young lady Zoe, you know, and her winning the award, the Oscar. I'm happy for her. I'm ecstatic for her. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, when you know, people have questions. You know, when you have Hispanic, you know, people from Mexico and the things that Mexicans are going through right now, and the movie made in Mexico, those people have an opinion. They, you know, the writer asked a very important question. You know, hey, look, you know, people from Mexico are going through something real deep. You know, the question that she asked was a valid question. You know, that, hey, we're going through something here in Mexico. You know, not just Donald Trump, but the things that, you know, Mexican women have to go through on a daily basis. You know, and most Mexican people felt like that was the answer was insensitive. They have a right to feel that way. You know, again, politics have a way of finding its way in all of these things that we talk about. And it's unfortunate, but that's how it is. You know, that's how it is. Politics finds its way into things that, you know, it don't normally find its way into. And so, you know, she's under fire right now for that. She's taking on heat. Zoe is taking on all types of heat, smoke, you name it, you know, for her answer. And people had a problem with her answer. And again, these are the type of things that happen on a regular basis when you win these type of awards. You know, you'll win those type of awards, and before you know it, you find yourself into into serious controversy and not knowing that, hey, if you don't answer these questions the right way, because people feel a certain kind of way when you invoked a country into a movie, you know, it's no different than me, somebody doing a movie on Liberty City. And they say we're doing a movie on Liberty City and we're documenting these little girls from Liberty City. And, you know, and this is what the movie is about, Liberty City and the things that went on in Liberty City. And then now we say, do you really know what's going on in Liberty City? You know, there's some tragic stuff happening in Liberty City. And you need to know that if you're going to be doing a movie on Liberty City. And so those are the type of things that you need to know about, you know, before you go run up in there and start doing these movies on these on these areas. And so I tell people that all the time. When you're invoking certain things, you know, when you're going into people's area and you're making statements and you're, you know, even though you're doing it for all the right reasons, it can be bad. It can be really bad. It can be really bad if you don't answer that question the right way. It could be catastrophically bad, you know, and again, I hate to see it for people like us, Zoe. I hate to see that, you know, for somebody like her, you know, it's a hard thing, but then again, you got to know what you're getting it. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. You got to know what you're getting yourself into, because it can be rough. For instance, this picture right here. This is another thing with Miss Zoe. So now Miss Zoe is in the limelight right now. She's in the limelight. She's a Dominican woman. This picture right here was on social media this morning. This didn't go over well at all. Now, most people know, if you know her, she has the white husband. She spoke about it, and the two little white kids, mixed kids. She spoke about it. But then, do y'all think this is in good taste? That all of her friends got a white boy? I'm sorry, a white guy. Y'all think this in good taste? A large part of African-American women attack black men on a regular basis. Y'all go after black men hard than a motherfucker. Y'all go after black men. Oh, when y'all see a basketball player, oh, he got a snow bunny. Y'all go call Dr. Umar and all them, and he go to attacking people. You're going out there with the snow bunnies, and you got the snow bunny in your life, and you can't go get a black woman, and you need to get the black woman. Look at that picture there. I think that's a little overkill. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I felt some kind of way, but to each his own. I felt like I really felt maybe, you know, I need to get my feelings in check. You know, again, I don't listen. People who date outside of their race, that's their business. Whatever goes on in your bedroom, that is your business. That's fine. Hey, look, if you like men and you're a man, that's fine with me. If you like women and you're a woman, that's fine with me. If you like a white person and you black, that's fine with me. But at the same time, what I have a real problem with is black women not having the same smoke for her and these other black women in this picture that y'all have for black men who y'all so-called say they, as soon as they get the money, they go hang out with the snow bunnies. I looked down the timeline of this post, and all of it was just saying, oh, let her do her. Let her be who she want to be with. She can do what she want to do, and all this and everything like that. As soon as the basketball player show up with the white woman, y'all got a problem. Soon as the NFL draft come, y'all get ready to see it in March. And the little white girl is sitting there on the couch with the black boy, and the TV is on there, and with the 88 pick, and there's only one white person in there, two white people, the white agent, which he ain't got no business in there, and the white girl sitting next to the big old black greasy football player. Y'all be having problems. Look at him. And y'all do memes and videos and all that. This was overkill. This right here was sending a message to y'all black men. Fuck y'all black men. Oh, me and my girlfriends. You can't even be hanging out with me. If you can hang out with me because you black, but you got to come in this motherfucker with a white boy. That's what the fuck Zoe just put on here. Let me let all you motherfucking hoes who want to hang out with me, if you black, you can hang out with me, but you got to have a white boyfriend. That's what that was giving me right there. Y'all could be mad at me. Shoot the messenger. Fuck it. Ain't nobody else going to say it. Ain't no other podcast going to say it like this. Because I'm not controlled by anybody. I'm not affiliated with anybody but Luther Campbell. You know how I do it. You know how the fuck I do it. You know how I do it. Independently owned and operated. That's the same way I started them records y'all see in the back. And the multi-tracks. Say what the fuck I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, because I have the freedom to say it. And then at the same time, when the motherfucker told me I couldn't say what I wanted to say, I didn't do what? Went to the Supreme Court. Say what the fuck I wanted to say. On the records. And won. Not just go to the Supreme Court. And won. So you're going to hear, I'll give it to you blood raw on here. This picture here is giving me my black girlfriends feel the same way I feel. All three of us got us a white man. And if you niggas don't like it, fuck y'all. That's how I'm rolling. Well, I can tell you one thing. I was a big fan of old Zoe. Not no more. Zoe, I'm sorry. I loved you in the movie with my good friend, the HBCU movie. I ain't even gonna call the name of the movie because I don't want y'all go looking for the movie and looking at it. I always said I'm not a part of counsel culture. I'm not counseling Zoe, counseling her. I think she's an exceptional actress, but you're getting into some shit you don't need to be getting into right now. You don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be throwing no shade on no black men. You and your homegirls right there. You don't need to be doing this. Don't do this. Y'all going a little overboard. You already know it's a little tense situation going on out there. But you can do what the fuck you want to do. But then you got to be able to accept the consequences. Just like me, everything I did, I knew I had to accept the consequences, and I didn't blame anybody. I blame no one for any actions that I may have had. But this right here, this is a little too much for me. This is a little too much for me. But that's old Zoe. Good luck to Zoe. Hope she have a long career. I liked them little action movies when she was kicking people and fighting people and going to kill people and all that. Great actress. What y'all think in the chat? Y'all think that was a good look? I hate to see, I like to know the actors and the actress and just keep your political stance out of it. Keep your personal life out of the limelight. Just don't, because some of the shit people be doing like me. For instance, me. If you look at all my social media pages, it's me, my son, advertising a show that I'm doing. Matter of fact, I'll be at Jazz in the Gardens on the 8th, Saturday. sick and all. I'm gonna get on that stage and turn that motherfucker out. I'll be on stage at around 5 p.m. Reason why I don't know. Why the hell they got me on that early, but I don't give a shit. They could put me on at 3 in the morning. They could put me on 3 in the afternoon. They could put me on 7 in the morning. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to do my job well. And then later on that night, since I'm going on early there and got somewhat of a short show, I'm going to hop on the plane and go to Charlotte and then go do another show in South Carolina the same night. Y'all think this old man couldn't do that shit on a double? Sick and all. Hopefully I'll be well by then. I went to see my doctor today. He said, "You're in good shape, Mr. Campbell. You know you lost about 20 pounds. I did not subscribe any kind of weight loss stuff. What you doing?" And I said, "Well, doc, I'm running like a runaway slave." He said, "Oh," he chuckled because, you know, he's a little Spanish dude. I said, "I'm running. I'm not eating no sweets. I'm on that water, H2O, right here all day, every day. I do 4-5 miles of running a day. I get it in, get it over with. You know, after I get off this podcast, I'm going to go run some more. I'm in the Run Negro Run program. That's what I'm doing. I got to get this weight off. Now I got to look sexy because on the summertime, I might want to take my shirt off and walk down the beach because I'm single and the girls might want to mingle. They don't want to, hey, look, I leave the big boys. I'm not in that weight class with DJ Khaled and all them boys. DJ Khaled and Rick Ross, them boys, they could wear that. They could wear that well. I got it. Man, when I looked at myself, I did the show with Usher. He had me do a special guest appearance, and I had a warm up on, and I was on stage, and they had sent me all the pictures and everything of the show. I was like, damn, I'm a little too big, right? Then I saw some other pictures, you know, because I don't be looking at them pictures. People post it. I have people work on my social media, and they post these things. I'm like, damn, Luke, you a little too big. Shit, you damn near got breasts and shit. What the hell? You got to get this shit off. And so, again, I said, well, let me get my ass to running. And then all my friends start dying for health reasons. You know, when your friends go to passing away and you're like, why did they die? You know, shouts out to all my good friends who passed away. You know, y'all going to a better place. Because this shit right here, half of these people feel like they're in hell right now. I'm going to get to that later on. But yeah, half of my friends start passing away. Like 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. And so it's like, hey, look at it. Doctor keep telling me, eat good, Luke. Leave the fried food alone. Leave all that liquor alone. Your homeboy Black keep trying to get you in the cigar bar, smoking a cigar. And all that, leave that shit alone. I ain't had, for the last month, I ain't had no liquor. I ain't had no cigar. I don't know how I'm going to function on the stage. Normally, I have me a cocktail or 2 before I get on stage. And then I turn into Uncle Luke from Luther Campbell. So that's going to be interesting. I tried to have a drink about a week ago, and it tasted horrible. My regular drink tasted freaking horrible. Like, what the fuck is this? So, you know, just like my little desserts, you know, everybody know me, I'm the dessert man. I'm going to get me a dessert regardless. The desserts are too sweet. Tastes like I'm putting a whole pound of sugar in my mouth. So I've been on this health kick because I'm trying to stay around here a little long. I want to be able to see my son graduate high school, college, get married, have his first child. That'll be a beautiful thing. But in order to do that, and I encourage you all to do the same thing, is to keep y'all ass in shape. What's up, my man, Jeff Fox? Foxy. It's my brother there. Jeff Fox really turned me on to this podcast thing. You know, when I was with the ex long time ago. The ex told me long time ago, best advice she ever gave me. And I credit people, no matter whether I'm with them or not. Say, you should do a podcast. And that was when podcasts first started. I probably would have been able to sell it for $5 million, but it's never too late for nothing. And I tell people this all the time. It's never too late. Anything you want to do in life, if you feel like you want to do it right then, you do it. And if you don't feel like you want to do it at that moment, then it's always time and a place for everything, like my old man always said. You know, and so some of the things we're going to talk about today, man, we talked about the Zoe situation. Shedeur Sanders. Y'all been hearing a lot about Shedeur. Shedeur ain't this, Shedeur ain't that, Shedeur ain't this, Shedeur do that, Shedeur this, Shedeur that. Let me just say this, and I'm pretty sure this is going to go viral. Man, I'm Shedeur, fuck all them. Name a time, people, when a black man take control of his own destiny, he don't get ridiculed for it. You can't find a time. You can't find a time. I was happy to see today my brother Stephen A. Smith go on record and say, y'all need to stop. Enough is enough. You have a platform here, Prime, and your son, we will not do that shit to him because it needs to stop. I mean, look what the fuck they doing with Bronny. What's the difference? Look what they're doing to LeBron James. LeBron James, Shedeur, Dion, Bronny. Why are they doing this, Luke? I'm going to put something on your mind. So I'm going to fuck all y'all up. Because I always come with a totally different perspective than the norm. Because I'm old. I'm an old guy. I just look like this, ladies. I just look young for the ladies. But I come from a totally different perspective because my uncles and dad taught me Black history. That's why I'm so sharp. That's why when they came after me in this hip-hop game and they said, we're going to take Luke to court, we're going to take his ass down. Nah, they fuck with the wrong one. I was the right one to fuck with. I was really, really the right one to fuck with, but for them, I was the wrong one to fuck with because I know my history. History has a tendency of repeating itself. And in this case, Michael Jordan, you see all Michael Jordan movies. Who was the driving force in Michael Jordan's life? Fox Noki, basketball expert. Michael Jordan's mother made all the fucking decisions. She's the GOAT in that family. Whether it was agent, whether it was Nike deal, whether it was anything that Michael Jordan did, she made the decisions. That was the boss of that motherfucking house. That was the go-getter. A lot of people ain't like that. Because how sports works is the black athletes are supposed to go get a white agent, and he's supposed to listen to the white agent. He's supposed to do everything the white agents say do. If he says run over there and sit down, you run over there and sit down. If he's saying use this other white boy to invest your money, he used that other white boy to invest his money, and then he lose all his money because he didn't invest in some shit that him and his friends Ponzi scheme shit. If he say this is how much you take on the contract, he says, okay, I'm gonna take that money on the contract. If he says this the endorsement deal you do, that's the endorsement deal you do. If he said go do this here interview, that's the one they go do. Without questioning them at all. But the smart ones get it. The smart ones no different. You wasn't about to tell Michael Jordan mama no shit about, oh, you gonna do this, some white guy was going, and Falk was his agent. My man, Worldwide West, y'all keep hearing Worldwide West created Worldwide Mess. He was right there with it. Put the whole movie together. right there with him. The guy who run the New York Knicks right now. The guy who actually put the team, a LeBron team, together the same way he put that whole Jordan team together. My good friend. I'm giving y'all some gems. So everybody can talk about all kind of shit. And just like I said, Zoe, sometimes you don't need to be all in the public eye. You ain't gonna be able to find an article on World Wide West. You'll hear him in records. You won't even find an article where he talking about what his family look like and what he's doing and what he's done and how influential he is in the business. You ain't even gonna hear him talk about it. You'll probably find him when he come down with the Knicks, get on the phone, hey, let's go smoke a cigar. Unfortunately, that's how it works. So the thing is, going back to Michael Jordan, excuse me, like I said, y'all got to bear with me. I got a little cold. Michael Jordan did something so unique, something that I got to go find my tweet many, many years ago. Told LeBron James, you know what you need to do? Take a page out of Michael Jordan book, which some people have a tendency of, I don't want to be like nobody else. I'm doing my own thing. I'm doing this here, which I love LeBron to death. Me and LeBron do business together. We did Warriors of Liberty City, the docuseries. It was on Star. Me, LeBron James, and Maverick produced it and everything. And we're doing another project together right now. I ain't going to tell you all the name of it. It's going to be special. So that's my guy. I fuck with him. But what Michael Jordan did unique was this. And now I'm giving that same advice to Shedeur. Michael Jordan only interviewed with Ahmad Rashad. Just the smallest that may have seemed. Michael Jordan only interviewed with Ahmad Rashad. He's like, fuck all y'all. I can't win with all y'all. I'm not finna sit up here and do no press conference with all y'all. Because all y'all got 90% of the shit y'all got coming out y'all mouth is all about hate. Y'all trying to get clicks. Y'all trying to make a name out yourself. Y'all trying to follow me to the club. Y'all trying to tell me I'm gambling too much. Y'all trying to do all this shit here. But y'all don't know me because I'm only interviewing with one person. The only person I'm interviewing with is Ahmad Rashad, the only person I trust. I told LeBron James to do that a long time ago. He still got time. These people ain't going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Leave the fucking court, go in the back, and look, I'm only talking to Ahmad Rashad. Now, if y'all want to talk to me about what happened in the game, y'all need to hire Ahmad Rashad. I don't give a shit whether it's TNT, NBC, ABC. Y'all need to hire Ahmad Rashad to talk to me after the game because I'm only talking to one person. Just that simple, boss. Because the rest of y'all got that bullshit going on. And if I'm going to do a sit-down interview, he sat down with Ahmad Rashad. Well, we want to do a sit-down interview with you to talk to you about Luka. Sit down and talk. We want to do a sit-down interview. We'll talk to you about the Bronny thing, you and your son playing together. Ahmad Rashad. Same thing with Shedeur need to do. Hey, look, I don't want to talk to Ahmad Rashad. Fuck this. Well, you're going to be right. Nope. I can't win with y'all. You go into a press conference, you got all these idiots asking idiot questions, trying to get clickbait. You already got in their mind that you're too arrogant because you got your hat like this and all this here, and you're looking like this, and they need you. Ain't nobody in no zoot suit. Come on. You can't win. They can't win. That is how I say to Prime and Shedeur and Travis and all them, you can't win. Cam Ward, Shedeur, same two guys. Cam Ward is flying up under the radar because his daddy ain't named Deion Sanders. Shedeur is going to be criticized every day of the year. Shedeur just went to the wrong bathroom. Oh, we're going to criticize him. Shedeur just threw an interception. Oh, but they won by 30. But man, that interception, he read that all wrong. He did this because what do all of them have in common? They are self-represented. They are not represented by the machine. And the machine is called CAA. Most of those people who are on TV are represented. Their agents are CAA. And so if you're not represented by CAA, the gloves are fucking off. So when it comes to Bronny, who's represented by Rich Paul and his daddy-owned company, Prime self-represents his kids, Jordan, mommy, hello? You don't hear me? You don't hear me? That's how this shit works, people. It's all big business. I have no problem with CAA. Exceptional job. They created a business. Some would call it a monopoly because all the college and professional coaches are represented by them, and all the people on TV are represented by them, and all the big time entertainers are represented by them who go on tour, and that's what they do. They do entertainment. But some of the people who they represent that's on TV, they take that shit a little too far. They take it a little too far. They feel like, oh, he ain't represented by somebody in CAA. I can go after this motherfucker and say whatever hell I want to say, because if he's represented by somebody within our umbrella, then if I do go after him a little hard, then somebody gonna call my agent around the corner and say, hey, man, tell your homeboy to don't go so hard because he's fucking up the bag. At the end of the day, it's all about the bag. You can't fuck with the bottom line, people. You can't fuck with the bottom line. See, I'm always going to give it to you blood raw. This shit people ain't going to talk about. I can talk about it. I mean, hey, look, have I deals with CAA? Hell yeah. But they respect it. Most of these Hollywood actors you saw on the Oscars, I want to thank my agents at CAA. They are the fucking goats. No question about it. But they never instruct their artists, or they're not the artists. They never instruct the people they represent on TV to go after people who are not represented by them. But those people who are on TV feel they can do that, and they won't get a call from their agent and say, hey, look, I got a call from his agent around the corner to me and saying, you need to chill the fuck out because you've been to fuck up the bag, which ultimately fucks up the bag for our agency. And that's how that goes. So when LeBron James starts his own agency with his classmate buddies, that's unheard of. He's going to get attacked. That's why every day LeBron gets attacked. He gets ridiculed. And his son comes in there and he gets ridiculed as if that was the first time this shit happened. Didn't Giannis have a brother, Jeff Fox? Didn't Giannis have a brother sitting on the bench? I talked about that last time. Did y'all have a problem with that? Nobody had a problem with that. And that's my thing, man. Shedeur, I consider as my nephew. It's my guy. Love him. That's my nephew. I fuck with him. He know he can get on the phone, call me up for any advice at any time. Hey, this, that, and third, whatever it is, because we family. I love Prime. That's my brother. Love him to death. We go way back. This shit ain't just started at Colorado or Jackson State. We've been friends way back before Florida State. That's how far back we go. We are family. No question about it. He gets on the phone every now and then and talk to my son about baseball because they ain't got nobody to talk to about baseball. And give him gems. That's how friends we are. So when they attack him, you're attacking my brother. And when you're attacking my brother's kids, then I have a problem with that. And these fucking punks on here and some coach who had the nerve to say, oh, he a little arrogant. Those are the same fucking coaches who don't know better. If I was the president, the owner of that team right then, I'd have fired his ass. Because at the end of the day, in the NFL, ain't but 5 teams on a consistent about the money. Everybody else does it wrong. Everybody else fucks it up. You got a big ass $1 billion budget and you can find a way to fuck it up because you got numbnuts running the program? Really? That's what, I'm going to just keep it at a buck. You got teams that ain't won a playoff game in 20 and 30 years. That's consistent people fucking it up. Those are the numbnuts that get in the room and then make a statement, leak it to the press. Oh, he thinks he's arrogant. You don't want that motherfucker playing for you because that dude there, that kid there is a football player. Come from good pedigree. If he said that, if he was my employee, your ass fired right now. And you can go tell the media I fired you because you said some dumb shit like that. Go tell your same homeboy that. Because you don't know the culture of these kids right now, these young men. Half of the white players act black. Half of the white players act black. You go in there, talk to them, and they talk like brothers. Listen to the same music. Got their head on backwards. Did you have this? How these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. When you have an NFL league where there's 85% of the league gets it wrong, can't create a winning atmosphere, winning team, them people stupid. Those people are stupid. I can go down the list, including my Dallas Cowboys, including your Miami Dolphins, including your Carolina Panthers, including your fucking Nashville team. All of them fucked up. Look who calling me. Look who calling me. Jeff Fox, DJ Red Alert. And I'm on here with y'all ass. That's royalty calling me right there. That is royalty calling me. Hold on. I got to take this. Red Alert.
Hey, son.
Hey, I'm doing a podcast right now, my brother. Can I call you back?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Take your time.
I stopped in the middle of the damn podcast to pick this up.
Okay, when you finish.
Okay, I'm going to call you right back, my brother.
My man.
Love you. You see that? That DJ Red Alert. It don't get no bigger than that. Ain't that right, Jeff Fox? It don't get no bigger than that. I stopped the whole fucking podcast for certain people. DJ Red Alert, I'm not going to send him to the voicemail. Not for y'all. I like y'all, but I don't like y'all like that. If Prime called this motherfucker right now, I'm getting on there. I stopped this whole goddamn movie right here. You see that? That's DJ Snoop Dogg called. I got to stop. Certain iconic figures. Hey. DJ Red Alert. No. Hey, you know. DJ VP, VIP. Certain motherfuckers you got to stop. Stop the music. Time out. That's royalty. And that means I'm going to cut my conversation with y'all ass because I got to call Red Alert back at a proper time. Because, you know, we all up in age. You know, my black ass be staying out all night, up all night. Like I'm 21. Red Alert might have to be in the bed by 10. But that's my guy. I love him to death. Because if he calling me about something serious. Or he might just be calling me to see if I'm okay. Because that's what we do. Like Biz Marquis and all, and we get on the phone and call, hey, man, I love you. I don't want nothing. I just love you. And that's how that goes. We don't have no hate for each other. We don't have no bad blood for each other. We don't do that. We don't do this shit what these people doing right now. Now I'm going to move on over to another situation that's heavily in the news. Anthony Edwards. Worm, Ant-Man. No, Ant-Man, not Worm. Ant-Man. Ant-Man. I don't want to be the face of the NBA. I can see why. Ant-Man, you knocked the woman up. You shot the club up. You went in there without a rubber. Ant-Man, you can't say you don't want to see the baby. The baby ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Everybody around here think it's a joke. It's not a joke. The baby ain't got nothing to do with this. Take it from a guy like me. I have kids. And I paid my child support. But being able to see my kids, it was very, very difficult. And when my kids did come to see me, it was tough on them. Because when they got out the car, they had a bunch of hate and venom. And if you side with this motherfucker and you want to go talk about you want to go see your daddy, then you don't like me and all that there and all that, and put my kids through a lot of stuff, man. I know how that shit go. And the kids learn, even at an older age, they learn not to fuck with their daddy. If the lady is giving you shared parental rights, take the shared parental rights. The kid ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care. Look, you went in, knocked that woman up. You could have put your condom on, which I urge everybody to go in there and put the condom on. I urge everybody to put the condom on. If you're going to go up in somebody raw dog in it, put the condom on. Because if there's a little one that comes out of that deal, then you got to do what you got to do. We know the brother going to take care of his kid and all that. But to say that I don't know. I hope that story is wrong because a lot of people be making shit up. I hope that story is wrong, that he ain't saying that he don't want to see the kid and all that and everything and all that. Hey, which they consistently trying to make this young man the villain. I mean, he did some dumb shit the way he talked to Barack Obama. Yes, he did, and I criticize him for that. But the baby ain't got nothing to do with this. So hopefully those reports, because a lot of people put a lot of bullshit out there, I just hope and pray that that's all wrong and he really don't feel that way. So I'm gonna just say that they lying on him. I'm saying that they lying on him. Get your blood test. If it's yours, fine. Because a lot of times, a lot of these type of people, they go seek out these ball players and entertainers and things like that, and they want to be pregnant by them. That's why you got to know what you're knocking down and what you're going in raw dog. You got to know that. That little short minute of feeling is a beautiful feeling, but then you got to do it in a wrap up. So hopefully my man, Mr. Ant-Man, get himself together and deal with his personal issues on his own. Let me say this. There's another thing that happened this weekend. People, this week, yesterday. Well, today is 305 day. A beautiful thing that happened that I want to share with y'all. And that's one of the reasons why I got on here. I want to thank Mayor Suarez, Christina King, Chairwoman, City of Miami, and the whole City of Miami Commission. Republicans, Democrats, Independents, the whole entire commission for pushing through naming the block that I grew up on after me. It had to go from the city to the county because the county is in control of road or name changes of blocks. And I also want to thank the entire county commission for voting unanimously on naming the street after me. That is major for me. I'm so happy about it. I mean, am I jumping around for joy and all that? I don't normally do that because I'm always humble about it. And so I take things, I love it. People don't know that I'm really excited internally, but I be more excited for the people around me. I'm excited for my son. I'm excited for my kids. I'm excited. The ones who don't fuck with me, I still love them. I'm excited for the kids who I mentor in my youth program, Liberty City Optimists, are the kids that I coach at Miami Edison. I'm excited for the entire community because when they get to look up there, whether I'm here or not, because all of us, one thing about us, we're guaranteed to leave here at whatever point we're going to leave here, is what we do while we're here, which is very important. And I want to thank all those folks, the mayor and everybody. You know what they asked me? They said, Luke, they have to do a background check. You okay with that? And I said, I'm okay with background check. My life is an open book. I don't care. When I was a kid, I did a bunch of things. I was a tough guy. When I became a young adult, I went through some challenges in court. When I became a businessman, I went through a bankruptcy, a Chapter 11, which is a reorganizational plan, and I'm still standing strong. And there's whole stories behind that. Because, again, that's the whole LeBron James and all them things, drag the black man who doing it on his own to try and take whatever you could take from him, but I still stood strong and was able to reorganize and be able to discover Trick Daddy and be able to come out with hit records like Scarred and Raise the Roof and still be able to put songs on do songs like Hoochie Mama and find, like I say, the Pit Bulls and the Trick Daddies and all them other year of the world, because I already know I was born with nothing and ain't supposed to have nothing. So if somebody try to steal my catalog or steal what I'm doing, and I get put in a situation where I got to reorganize, that's not a problem because I was born with nothing. I'm already winning. And that's why I try to tell all y'all, you're already winning. You're already winning because this shit is designed for us not to win at all. We supposed to either die or go to jail. As a black man in America and as a black woman. So if you're doing good, if you got your roof over your head, your house, and you're inspiring to do more things, don't ever tell nobody you can't do that. So I thank all those people because I want people to go and look at that damn sign. Whether I'm here or not. And say this is Luther Campbell Street, Way or Terrace or whatever the hell it is. Who the fuck is this dude here? He lived in the same neighborhood right here. He lived in the same neighborhood in this house right here. His family was one of the first African-American family to gentrify Liberty City. When my dad went to that house to buy that house, he bought it through the bank. And when he went to go get the keys from the people who was living there, they were white people. And they were like, if we knew we were selling this to black people, we wouldn't have did that. Because the only black people in our Liberty City community were the black people living in the governmental projects that's off 62nd and 12th, which the white people, and they had a big wall covering the black people up away from the white people. And behind that wall, it was black people living in governmental housing projects. And the white people said, those people over there, they gave it a name. They say it's the pork and beans. And they say, why they in the pork and why y'all call it the pork and bean? Because the people that live in there are black people, and the only thing they can afford is pork and beans. That's why when you say pork and beans, it's a derogatory term. It's Liberty Square housing projects. To older people, they get very offended. And so when I say that to say this, right? I when they tell them a story and they read the books that I have put out, they'll know that story. Whether our neighborhood get gentrified or not. You'll know that kids can be able to look and say, okay, who the fuck is this dude? I don't even know him, but who is he? And hear that story about how my family ended up on this block, the things that I've done, and I can't do it by myself. Family have to make the sacrifice with me. My community has to support me. I don't do nothing by myself. And so I'm so humble and grateful to Commissioner Keon Hardiman, Commissioner Keone McGee. I ain't gonna start crying. Every commissioner on that dais at Miami-Dade County. I'm so honored and humble. And when we have that day where they unveil the street, we're going to make it bigger than ever. We're going to bring all the kids out from our program, Liberty City Optimists. We're going to bring everyone. We're going to invite everybody. We're going to make it an event. We're going to make it big because that's how much it means. It means to me. It means to my family and everything. I shared it with my son. I mean, when you're a single man, you share it, with the closest person to love that love you. And he was excited. My son, he almost like me. He'd be like, yeah, that's good. Mama, you need to be excited. I don't get excited. You need to be excited. That's good. And keep it moving. But then the thing is, I mean, that's what we do. I'm on Twitter all the time, on my social media pages, going through it with different groups. We laid down who we are as a person now and moving forward. So when Commissioner Hardiman brought the item to the board, they unanimously voted on it. It was so unanimous that they didn't even have to have a discussion. It wasn't even announced in the meeting that this thing had happened. But there was another part of it. There was another part of the whole conversation, which I have to agree with my good friend. The other part of the conversation, my good friend Keon Hardiman, he was trying to articulate it. I thought I had the clip. I'll set it up for you guys. He's a very smart, intelligent guy. Matter of fact, the Commissioner Hardiman, he played at Liberty City Optimists. He was a little kid playing in the Optimists. He played baseball for Coach Sam, played football. And that's what I'm talking about. That's when you're doing things in your community and you're just not on social media running your mouth or trying to castrate people who are doing things in the community. Young black man, went off to college, summa cum laude, traveled the world. Now he was the sitting city commissioner, moved on to be the county commissioner. one of the most powerful black men, came out of the youth program that I co-founded with Sam Johnson. That's what we do. And we have plenty success stories like that came out of our little program in this blighted community when these kids had nowhere to go. Where they had nowhere to go. Only could go to the park. They had to duck from gunfire and shooting and all this and bad things going on in the community. Single parent household situation. These are, that's the fruit of your labor. So you see them grow up to be able, just imagine this shit. This kid who played in our program as a diaper boy with 8 years old takes in, sponsors an item to name a street after the co-founder of the program in which he played in. Isn't that epic? That's how it's supposed to be. You don't supposed to be just on the fucking social media running your mouth, trying to throw people in the garbage because of where their parents from and their ethnicity and all that. You don't supposed to do that. Know who you fucking with. That's how amazing that is. When you put the work in your community. So again, my hats goes off to Keon Hardeman, Chairwoman Christina King, Mayor Francis Suarez, the whole commission. And let me tell you the other unique part about that before I go into this little part and then get out of here. The unique part of that is bipartisan. You got people on the dais who voted for a street naming of mine who had just introduced a bill to vote for, to make a street naming of Donald Trump. The last street naming they did before they did mine was Donald Trump. And that's how amazing it is. So we get caught up in this politic thing and want to hate everybody because they're Republican and all that, but you got to work with everybody. If you're not prepared to work with everybody, then what are we going to do? It was Republicans who are hardcore mega voted, yes, name the street out the loop. Hello? But the other part of this, which is going to go back to vote, the other part of this whole conversation was Keon. Keon is a brilliant young man. He always been brilliant. We knew he was going to be special. He has a neighborhood in his district, our neighborhood on 18th Avenue. So tough neighborhood, blighted area. The sewer is not attached. You can't really build too much big infrastructure because you got to do work on the sewer. So he got in as the commissioner and he's doing work on the sewer to get that right. So then you could build strip malls, you could build entertainment, do all these different things. And that's what he specializes in, redeveloping areas. The other part of this area, which my good friend owned most of the property and been keeping it up, his name is Broadway. Broadway, that's his area. 18th Avenue, Broadway. He keep the community up. I mean, he put murals up. First mural he put up was a mural of me. And so just to keep the place vibrant, because that was one of the most toughest areas. And it's tough because all the lots are maybe 1,200 foot lots. So it's hard to build other houses on, because back in the days, those are those little hut houses, those little slave looking houses by this big and a little porch and all that. The lots were set up for that. So it makes it difficult to redevelop in the area. You damn near had to put lots together, and then you got other people owning lots, and they don't want to sell to be able to join the lots, and it's a tough area. So he came up with this idea to bring some power and strength to the community. He introduced it to the commission yesterday, along with my street naming. He wanted to take every block in that neighborhood and he wanted to give it a name of a song, because he said, look, half of these artists may never get a street named after them, but there are sayings and historic songs that mean something, which I thought was fucking brilliant. Like, we ballin' court. We ballin' court. That street. No good but so good. We ballin', y'all. We the best avenue. Trick love the kids place. Trina, I'm the bad Diamond Princess Avenue. Just think about this. Grind with me. So they got on the grind with me. I mean, people start taking things out of context. There's enough songs, Betty Wright, After the Pain, Avenue. This is fucking unique. Brilliant. And I'm going to have him on here. I'm going to have him on here to have a conversation about this. We're going to talk about this because I want him to articulate this, because he can articulate it better than anybody. Brilliant fucking idea. Now you're giving Dirtbag and you're giving YD, and you're giving all these artists Move Something Street. Just imagine. Hey, I want to go down. Hey, look here, go down to Get It Girl and then make a turn at Move Something, and then go over there to Trick Love the Kids, and right on the corner, you'll see Diamond Princess. That's where they live at, on Diamond Prince. Is that major or what? That's brilliant. A whole community like that, not the whole town. So some of the commissioners had a little issue with that item, and they figured they didn't want that to happen. One of the main commissioners, which I love her to death, friend of mine, I love her to death, but I have to disagree with her on this. We can agree to disagree. One thing, she's okay. I want the community to come in. Community is going to come in for the next meeting, for the next round of it, and they're going to voice their opinion of what they want in their community. So when the commission asks for the community to come in there, when you supersede the representative of the community and see how civics works. And I wish I had the clip of Keone McGee, who's a great commissioner. He's the co-chair. I'm going to have his clip when I bring on Commissioner Hardiman. But I have to play the clip of the opposer, nice young lady from down south, sister. I just disagree with her. We ain't going to kill her. We ain't going to fight her. We ain't going to throw her. We ain't going to talk bad about her. We just going to disagree with her, because we could agree to disagree. And one thing she did say at the end of the day, bring the community in here, because I don't understand it. But I'm going to let y'all hear what she had to say on this item here.
Street names that you've chosen, like Grind With Me Terrace and Run to Yard Street, is that for those that own businesses along this corridor that you mentioned, it concerns me about what it does to their property values, because their address is going to change to 89 Poor Little Girl Street or 60 you're right, thank you, I said it wrong, Poor Little Rich Girl Street. It concerns me about the property values, and it concerns me about it not having the intended effect that you are seeking. That's my concern. And so if the business owners along 18th Avenue came in here, and the church that is right on the corner of 68th Street, AME Metropolitan Church, which you want to change the name to Big Money Baller Street, if they came and said, listen, I think this is an amazing idea, this is a beautiful vision for our community, we fully support this, and I'm fully in support of it. And regarding Luther Campbell, thank you for bringing that item. He is historic, he's a trailblazer. You're absolutely right. Our freedom of speech is more solid and more protected.
So that's what Commissioner Colgan had to say in opposition of this. Another commissioner had another. He opposed it also. Do I think it's going to pass? Do I think the community is going to come in big numbers? Yes, I do think the community is going to come in big numbers, and they're going to come in and say something beautiful. Say that they want this. Like I had a conversation with Broadway, not saying Broadway, okay, do this, but I did have a conversation with Mr. Broadway. And I say, Broadway, you've been holding this community down for the longest. What you think about this idea? I love it. And Broadway, I'm probably one of the only few people that can talk to Broadway about things, because Broadway is a grown man. He got his own, he's a multimillionaire. He owned everything in the neighborhood. He lives beautiful. Ain't nobody paying him off. Broadway is very, he tough. Men, that's my brother. I love him to death. Love him to death. And when Broadway say, I agree, I want this to happen, that's the guy who been holding the community down. And not just yesterday. Been holding that community down forever, trying to beautify it, doing the things they could do, clip the trees, do whatever, do pavement on, do stuff that the people supposed to do, the county's supposed to do. He's been doing it himself. And these are the type of people that we grind with every day. And so, I'm gonna invite Commissioner Hardiman on here, and we're gonna have a conversation about this and some other community people, because these are the type of things, and I know a lot of you all may say this is a Miami thing. Not necessarily a Miami thing. This is a civics lesson that all of y'all need to know when you need to get some shit done in your community. All of y'all need to know when you send somebody to represent you, send a person who represents you, who's a representative of the community. So when it's time to bring these type of things back to the community, and that's why Keone McGee said it so eloquently. Who are we to tell somebody in their district what the fuck they should be doing? They know their district better than they know anything. If they bring something to this dais and say, this is what the fuck I want for my district, then we need to pay attention to that. But it's no disrespect to the commissioner. You want the community is going to come there. We're going to love her up and we're going to, make her feel good, but the community going to come in there, voice their opinion, and they're going to basically say, this is what we want for our community, because at the end, they're going to say they support their commissioner. But these are the type of things that has to happen. And that's civics. So if you're in Alabama and you say, look here, man, we got a tough neighborhood, you wish you sent or supported a commissioner like a Keone Hardiman to go and represent you. For more reasons than one. Because they have vision. Don't ever send nobody to represent you that they ain't got no damn vision and who ain't from the community. Half of these politicians don't have no vision. I'm sorry, I'm keeping it a buck. They don't have no vision. Your representative is supposed to have vision for the community in which they represent. That young man has vision. When that man was in city of Miami, he redid that whole Overtown area. And they still building on it right now. He brought a restaurant in from New York City, and they over there right now still thriving and doing good. All that, y'all like to come down here for what the name of it? My brother's headliner them have the event, the doo-wop with all these national artists in Overtown. He created the space for all that. In a blighted area where people would not even go because they were so fucking scared because they so busy going across the bridge. This guy, vision, a visionary person. Everything was done through entertainment. Trying to tell you. I'm going to get off here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go hold y'all for the rest of the night. Make sure y'all check me out. Uncle Luke TV, YouTube. That's where y'all can find all of my great podcasts on my social media network. Uncle Luke Real One Twitter. I still call it Twitter. You can go over there and follow me over there. Get me off 90,000. I might be at 100,000. You can also follow me at Uncle Luke Real One on Instagram. Go over there on Instagram. Please don't DM me. Y'all them bad body ass women be DMing me. And Facebook, you know, I have my Uncle Luke fan page, Unlimited, on there. Don't DM me on there neither. I mean, I swear to God, I have so many people DM me. These women with these bullet wounds and all that. Look, I'm sorry. Old women, yes, I'm old. Us natural old men, we don't. Look, I'm going to hook you up with an old man. I'm not the old man. I like young women. I'm like 30 years old and up. I'm sorry. Call me what the fuck y'all want to call me. I like 30 and up. I can only function with that. I'm sorry. And it can't be white. No white girls. No. And then you can also check me out on TikTok, which I be hanging out over there at night with my girl Glow right here on TikTok. Is what am I on TikTok? Uncle Luke 305 or Uncle Luke Real? What the fuck am I on TikTok? But always check me out over there, man. It's fun. It's a beautiful thing. But we'll be back. What tomorrow is? On Friday, Nasty Work will be back. It'll return. We'll be talking about some more sports, politics, and entertainment with my good friend, Streeter. Old men love young women. Yes, you're right. Old men love young women. I'm sorry. Make sure y'all check me out at Jazz in the Gardens. I'll be at Jazz in the Gardens this Saturday. I'm doing a real quick show, and then I'm going to get on a plane. There's a plane waiting for me to take me to North Carolina. I'm going to do another show that night. Y'all pray for me. My ass is old for this. Hey, make sure y'all do this also. We got a big game coming down here in Miami. Labor Day weekend. FAMU is back. Y'all got to come down here for the classic weekend in Miami. It's going to be epic. It's FAMU versus, I think, Howard. Y'all got to come down here for that. We're going to have parties, entertainment. Y'all going to get out to hang out with me, and I might just go get a suite and just and do a big old lottery on here where y'all can just hang out with me for the whole weekend. I'm going to get me a whole bus. Fuck it. That's what we're going to do. But, yeah, make sure y'all check that out. And then, hey, look, I always want y'all to go visit my homeboy restaurant. This guy right here. Not him. Right.
Hey, check this out. I know you is, homeboy, but hey, prepare to get your shit out of here, man. I want to really find out you in here. What you talking about, Trick? You been snitching and everything. You can't come sit up in here with that shit, dog. Hey, man, bro, I come down here and stood in your line for an hour and eat, and you gonna kick me out? You got the game fucked up, Trick, now. You don't know now that can snitch like me. I'm gonna tell them what you put in the chicken. Keep fucking with me like that, dog. You'll do some shit like that? Shit, on my mama. Ask my mama what I tell you. She in county right now. Talking about some Perkins calling. Yeah, go on, walk off. I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Sunday this evening gonna be my spot, Trick. On my mama. Y'all get y'all shit, let's go, man. Trick got me fucked up out here, man, the 305, man. I'm out here dodging bullets and shit. With dreadlocks shooting at me, riding it, don't you? Y'all got me fucked up out here, man. That nigga Gotta be had crack in that motherfucking food, man.
You ain't gonna know it with your snitch ass.
Look at that line, man. Gotta be cracking that fucking food, man. Trick ain't playing with me, man.
That little cornbread, nigga. That cornbread good on it.
It need to be bigger, though. Shit. This that shit that Tiger Woods fell off the hill with. Man, that shit Trick got me fucked up out here, boy, for real. But I'm gonna shut this down tomorrow. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking 30-day investigation. Get shut down tomorrow. Kicking me out. Shit that, man, on my mom. Man, what the nigga Trick at, man? We riding all night looking for this food.
Man, fuck that, man. You gotta ride all night. We been riding, bro. You gonna run down on go what?
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna set this up, man.
See, that's your problem, bro. That's your problem. That's why we got kicked out of the restaurant today, dog. Trying to go in there to get a little food, make a deal with Trick so I can get me a bird. I was this close to getting the bird. And he come out and see your snitching.
Man, that don't know now like me, bro. I told that boy, man, you gonna kick me out? He going down.
Hey, make sure y'all check out my man Trick Daddy Restaurant Sundays. I always have to promote my people, but again, I'd see y'all Friday. I'll be back on here at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll see y'all Saturday at Jazz in the Gardens and Miami, and I'll be in South Carolina Saturday night. And where is it? I'll tell y'all Friday, but check on my social media. I just be working my ass off. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
Make the booty go.
Make the booty go, make the booty go. Make the booty go, make the booty go. Make the booty go pop, pop. Make the booty go pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna tell you my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.
Sit on the dick and ride on it.